Hey there, football fans. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our weekly NFL coverage. Now, we've got an exciting Monday Night Football matchup coming up in Week 14, and I can already feel the intensity. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Both teams are hungry for a big win, and trust me, this one's going to be a nail-biter. So today we're breaking down the top matchups, key players to watch, and everything you need to know before this clash of titans. Let's dive in. First things first, let's talk about the Dallas Cowboys. We're talking about one of the most storied franchises in NFL history, but in recent years, they've been in search of that elusive championship. Led by head coach Mike McCarthy, the Cowboys are coming off a strong win and sit comfortably in playoff contention. But, as always, expectations are sky high in Big D. The Cowboys have consistently been one of the most talented teams in the league, but they're looking for that final push to break through and reach the Super Bowl once again. At the heart of this team, you've got quarterback Dak Prescott, who's having a solid season. While there's always some debate about whether Dak is the guy to take them to the next level, one thing's for sure: he's a game changer. Prescott has been a steady leader for this offense, and even though he's had his share of ups and downs this season, he's still a capable quarterback that can make all the throws when it matters most. With weapons like CeeDee Lamb, who's emerging as one of the league's top wide receivers, and a defense spearheaded by Micah Parsons, the Cowboys are always a dangerous team. Lamb has really come into his own as a top-tier wide receiver and continues to make big plays down the field, making life easier for Prescott. But we can't forget about the Cowboys' defense. That side of the ball is what really sets them apart. With playmakers like Parsons, Trevon Diggs, and a ferocious pass rush, the Cowboys can strike fear into any offense. Micah Parsons has been a terror for quarterbacks across the league this season, consistently putting pressure on the opposing QB and being a force against both the run and pass. His ability to change the game at any moment is what makes him one of the top defensive players in the league. With a pass rush that can overwhelm even the best offensive lines, the Cowboys' defense is something that teams fear when they face them. And don't forget about Trevon Diggs, who's one of the best cornerbacks in the league, making it hard for cornerbacks to find success throwing the ball in his direction. So what should we expect from them this week against the Bengals? Well, let's talk about that matchup, because it's going to be an exciting one. On the other side, we've got the Cincinnati Bengals, a team that's been making waves over the past few seasons. The Bengals have gone from underdogs to legitimate contenders in a short amount of time, and much of that success is due to their star quarterback, Joe Burrow. Under head coach Zach Taylor, the Bengals have found success and have now made their way into the playoff conversation once again. Burrow has been nothing short of spectacular since being drafted, and he's quickly become one of the league's brightest young stars. He has the poise of a veteran and the ability to deliver in clutch situations, something that's rare to see from a young quarterback. The Bengals have surrounded Burrow with a stellar group of weapons, including the likes of Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and Tyler Boyd. This trio of wide receivers has given opposing defenses fits all season long, and Burrow has shown time and time again that he's capable of making the big throw to either one of them in any situation. When Burrow has time to throw, he's deadly, but there's one thing that could stand in their way this week: the Cowboys' pass rush. The Bengals' offensive line has had its share of struggles this season, and that's where the game could be won or lost. Burrow is capable of making all the throws, but he needs time in the pocket to do so. If the Cowboys can get pressure on him and force him into quick throws or bad decisions, the Bengals' offense could be in for a long day. But it's not all doom and gloom for Cincinnati. The Bengals have been trying to improve their offensive line this season, bringing in players like Orlando Brown Jr. and rookie Joe Tipman. These moves have helped the offensive line become more consistent, but facing a defensive line like the Cowboys will still be a huge test. The Bengals have shown they can adapt, though, and Burrow's ability to move around in the pocket and make throws on the run could prove crucial if he's under pressure. He's a savvy quarterback who knows how to find success even when things aren't perfect up front. Now, let's flip the script and talk about Dak Prescott against the Bengals secondary. Dak Prescott has had his fair share of ups and downs this season, but he remains a top-tier quarterback in this league. When he's on, he's one of the best. Dak has been able to distribute the ball to his talented group of receivers, and CeeDee Lamb has emerged as the clear top option in the passing game. With Lamb being so dynamic and hard to cover, Prescott has plenty of opportunities to make big plays downfield. But the Bengals secondary has been solid this year. They have a strong group of cornerbacks, including Chidobe Awuzie and Cam Taylor-Britt. Both players are capable of going toe-to-toe with top-tier receivers, and they'll need to be at their best against Lamb and the Cowboys' passing attack. If Dak Prescott is able to find a rhythm and make the throws he needs to, the Cowboys' offense could put up big numbers. But if the Bengals' secondary is able to lock down those receivers, Dak could be in for a rough night. When we talk about players to watch in this game, you can't ignore the big stars on both teams. For the Cowboys, all eyes are on Micah Parsons. This guy is a game wrecker. Whether he's rushing the passer, dropping into coverage, or setting the edge in the run game, Parsons has a way of impacting every part of the game. He has the ability to completely take over a game, and the Bengals' offensive line is going to have its hands full trying to contain him. He's one of the most dangerous players in the NFL, and the Bengals will need to have a solid game plan in place to keep him from disrupting Burrow and the offense. On the Bengals side, it's all about Joe Burrow. Burrow is a proven winner and has shown time and time again that he can lead his team to victory in high-pressure situations. His ability to read defenses, make the right decisions, and deliver the ball accurately is what makes him so dangerous. With weapons like Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, Burrow is capable of making some huge plays down the field, and he'll be looking to do just that against the tough Cowboys defense. If Burrow can avoid the pressure and stay composed in the pocket, the Bengals' offense has the potential to put up big numbers. When it comes down to it, the keys to victory for both teams are clear. For the Dallas Cowboys, it all starts with their defense. The Cowboys need to make sure they're getting after Joe Burrow early and often. Micah Parsons and the defensive line need to apply consistent pressure, force Burrow to make quick throws, and ideally create turnovers. If they can disrupt the Bengals' offensive rhythm, it will be difficult for Cincinnati to mount any sustained drives. On the offensive side of the ball, Dak Prescott just needs to stay efficient. If he can get the ball to CeeDee Lamb and make some big throws to other receivers, the Cowboys should be able to move the ball well against a talented Bengals defense. For the Bengals, the key is simple: keep Joe Burrow clean. The offensive line has to protect him, give him time to throw, and allow him to make the plays that he's capable of. The Bengals' defense also needs to step up and limit the big plays from Dak Prescott. If they can keep the Cowboys' offense off the field and force turnovers, Cincinnati will be in a good position to win. So, who's going to win this game? It's tough to say, but I think the Cowboys have a slight edge in this matchup. With their defense playing at such a high level and the ability to pressure Burrow, they'll make life difficult for the Bengals offense. That said, you can never count out Joe Burrow and the Bengals, especially with their high-powered offense. If Burrow has time to throw and gets in a rhythm with his receivers, Cincinnati could very well pull off the win. This one's going to be close, but I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys to come out on top in this exciting Monday Night Football matchup. What do you think? Let me know your predictions in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our NFL coverage. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video.